Dry?
Yeah.
Nobody wants you?
Nobody wants me. Oh, good. Well, unless they see me after the show and they're drunk. And then the old white bitches whispering in my ear, so you don't like vanilla. Like,
that had me died last night. You said that was such great conviction because you're looking her right in the face. You're just... What was the line? It was like, I'll pull your hair, and she'll be like, pull my hair, and I'll be like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, convinced her, so fucking convincing.
Wait. This is a bit, or this happened?
Is a joke. I tell this as a joke.
Oh, well, then don't say it, because we're on mic. I turned on like a minute ago.
Oh, okay. It's going to be out eventually. That's
all right, well, then go. Well, hold on. My name's Alan Dempsey.
And I'm Rafiq Shaheen, and with us is the man of the hour, the man with the plan, and that's why I'm a fan.
JJ Curry.
Okay, so what were you saying?
Oh, the joke. Last night we did the show at Side Splitters. I did my Good Time with JJ Curry show.
Okay.
And the joke he was referring to is 3 girls I can't date. That's, comedians name their jokes.
Right.
And the first girl is I always say I can't do cougars. And then, I just break the stage down. I picked out 2 people. Normally I pick a young girl and I say, hey, I'm going to smash you off. But then I have to scan the room to make sure people know the definition of the word smash is.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I found an old lady.
Thank you for the visual aid.
That's how I help. That's how I help. I'm really good with the deaf. And so it's great. That's a long story. Look, so
I like the idea of we have one deaf listener.
You have an actual I'm good with the deaf story.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just going to put that one right. We're lining that one up next. Okay. We're not even done with this first one.
But then, the part of the story you're talking about, there was an older lady in the crowd sitting right there in the corner. And I said, love, I can't do that with you. Not that I wouldn't want to. It'll just be different. What I'm saying is, you can be like, ooh, pull my hair. And I turn around and be like, yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
That show my age.
Okay.
And they always be like, oh my God. So at the end of the shows, normally drunk white bitches always come up to me and be like, so you really don't like older women?
Oh, shit.
Whispering in my ear, they husband smiling and is looking at me like, oh, creepy. Right?
Well, you could clean up. Get into a weird cuckold situation. Shit happens. Shit happens.
I've always said
wanted to be a cuckold. We know.
I know. Just in my heart of hearts, I was like, when is my cucking time? I've always said, whenever people go oh, gay, you can't have gay marriage because it ruins the sanctity of marriage. I'm like, I've had more weird straight couples.
Yeah.
I've never had 2 gay guys come up to me and be like, this is my husband, Bob. We want you to come and fuck us. It's always some creepy dude sliding $25 into your pocket going hey man, there's more money where that came from if you come upstairs with me and my wife. And it's no.
Yeah, that's how you get murdered.
Right.
I do not, and I live pretty scandalously, but I do not have that button of watching someone fuck my girl or being another dude in the room. A lot of guys are into that shit. I don't get it.
I just had this threesome conversation. She said, she was like, if 2 girls, she was fine with 2 girls and a guy. I was like, yeah, that's a great combination. And then she was like, what about 2 guys and a girl? And I was like, I knew this one girl that was down for a threesome, but me and my buddy was like, she ain't about it. That's just so that me and him discuss about the secret matter. You think she was serious? Yeah, man, I think she probably was. We should have did it. We should have. But now, when she probably could you watch me get banged by another guy? I'm not that beta.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not a beta enough for you to do that.
But for some guys, it's not even that.
Yeah.
It's not even a subordinate, submissive thing. It's just they just like what I don't.
I can't. Yeah. That's porn. How you like your porn? That's 3D porn get you. That's what. That's what dudes that's into that watch porn with a headset on.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not even a judgmental thing because so many dudes are into it, but I don't get it. It's not for me. I've tried it. It didn't work. And I was like, okay, I got to get out of this. This is weird. It's. I don't have that button.
To me, it's always that thing of I have to be an active participant in the situation, or else I don't know why I'm here. You know what I mean? It's I too own the internet and I can go watch porn at home. So why am I here?
You can watch it's like maybe it's not the actual visualization that they like of the porn. They like the smell of ass cheeks. Different smells set the room off.
So somebody sent me like one of those little short, I guess it'd be a GIF, and on the top it said, "When running a train goes wrong." So there's a dude. I'm gonna try to get this visual. So there's a guy laying on his back.
Nigga. And he's eating the girls around his face, and the guy's penetrating at the same time. He slips out.
He slips out. Do you know about this?
No. You guys are way more up to date on this specific scene.
My brother, I got like 3 or 4 Facebook groups where people just send me inappropriate things. Like when I get a notification, I'm like, oh, Brutal has sent you a group message. I'm like, I'm not opening this. Right. That's what private.
So it's a guy on his back, and he's eating out a girl. He's licking her clit.
Right.
And while he's licking her clit, there's another dude over him fucking her. So his tongue is here, and there's a penis going in and out of the vagina. Well, at some point, fucking guy slips out and goes into licking guy's mouth.
And this ain't no little dick neither. This
it's a full grown man.
It's 7 inches. It's a full grown man. So now, when he went.
Right.
So the guy who gets it in the mouth, like they cut to slow motion, and he's like, he's disgusted, and he's pulling his face back, and he's got the gross face. And I'm thinking, dude, really?
Right.
2 seconds ago, you were basically licking the bottom of his shaft, and now you're grossed out. Now it's too much for you.
The level is, you can put your balls on my forehead. Don't let me. I am not trying to kiss the back of the penis.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
So
I don't want to lick the base. If you had the base now, that's too much.
Which I always find weird because it's like, I read a thing a couple years ago that was like the majority of men in porn have done at least one gay scene. So it's like, well, if that's the case, then you've done your gay scene before. Why is this one bothering you now? Like,
gay for pay. I watched a whole documentary about gay for pay one time. It freaked me out. Dudes who call themselves straight, live straight, identify straight, but will fuck dudes for money on camera because they make more money in gay porn than they would in regular porn.
I mean, I get it though.
Well, you know,
I get it, man. It's like, I ain't got nothing.
Speaking of porn fails, though, I saw a great one the other day. I don't know if you guys have seen this one. It's guy, girl going at it, right? He's behind her. He pulls out for the money shot, and he very clearly misses the entire target. And standing just behind them is the director, who gets a face full of money shot.
Oh, poor guy.
And, like, the cameraman, like, you can see the camera, as soon as the director gets a face full, he's just like, ugh. He's just like, it's like someone had just slapped his baby in front of him.
I gotta say, I don't work in that industry, but hazards of the job.
Right.
Like, are you really that freaked out when you get a little jizz in your face?
Yeah.
What do you do all day?
It's not your face that's supposed to be jizz.
Well, okay.
You think a painter don't get mad when all the paint fall on him? He'll be like, bullshit.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
The painter be like, oh, I got damn paint on me. I gotta keep going. Like, no, he's like, fuck, this ain't supposed to happen. Ain't supposed to be on that wall and not on my face.
All right. You know, when you got a point, you got a point.
I will say, so my friend does porn, right?
You know, like she here locally?
Yeah.
Really?
Like, yeah, she goes by, I think her, like, stage name or whatever.
Do you want to do this?
No.
You just said the first name of government.
Well, I'm probably going to have to delete that anyway.
Well, you can stop with the first
my
name.
My friend name, boom.
Right, yeah, I didn't give the last name.
One of the great joys of my life is to delete names that he says with fart sounds. It's really fun.
But she's an adult entertainer, and, like, so we'll hang out sometimes. And, like, when we do, the number of, like, really common complaints I've heard from, like, people working in that industry. Because, like, well, she'll be like, oh, come out, meet me and my fiance. We're filming at this house, and then we'll go get lunch or whatever, right? And I'm like, okay, sure. Right,
Your face, JJ. You're just like, what?
I'm into this girl. That sounds like some great shit I want to get into.
So like,
I'm friends with a porn star.
so like we'll go, like I'll go to the house, like meet up with her fiance or whatever, and we'll be hanging out. And I say this in particular because this always sticks in my mind. There was one time where we're hanging out and like she's going at it upstairs in one of the rooms and they're filming, and like you just hear like someone go like cut, and then you hear like two people grumbling, and like two of the grips come downstairs and they're complaining. They're like, every time he pulls his dick out, it gets in the way of the shot. So we keep on having to refilm. And he's like, and I don't want to spend all day filming this one fucking shot. And I was like, that feels like something you would hear someone in LA just say about a movie. Like Woody Harrelson has his dick out. It's like every time Woody pulls it out, it just blocks a shot. We're gonna be here all fucking day.
They're doing
like,
this for one scene.
right? Yeah.
Damn, nigga, you can't take it out any other way. That's your only way you know how to take it out your whole life. You just don't let it flop out.
The director really needs to do some better blocking for the scene.
That's the thing, is like some of these directors and like the people who like do this stuff, they get, it's so weird. Like they're so into the artistry of like the scene.
No,
and, like,
they're not.
Yeah, they are. There are like certain directors
that passionate about something, you get into the depth of it. I would love to see him say, baby girl, come here. Beautiful scene. I just need you to lift your left booty right here at this angle.
Like, what's my motivation?
I don't think you're feeling it. You're in the grasp of the motion. Yes,
but
sir.
They do complain about that. Like there's a girl at like one time when we were hanging out. There was a girl in which they had her. They were doing like a porn parody. And it was like supposed to be a Beauty and the Beast thing.
Oh, that sounds nasty.
And like but
that sounds so nasty. Beauty and the Beast. The intro is rated A is gonna be the Beast. Probably got the penis is gonna be the only thing that's not here.
That's the only thing without stage makeup.
That's the only thing without any hair on it. And he got no fake head glue. Nigga belly button down smooth.
But like they had her. They had her sing one of the songs from Beauty and the Beast.
Why she getting banged?
Right? No, not why she was your friend. No, this was one of her friends. This is another.
So dismissive. No, this isn't my friend. I wouldn't ever hang out with someone like that.
I need to find out. I need to meet your friend.
Yeah,
she got some great stories. I would love to put in some. I would love to write a plot for porn. Anybody,
picture this: they fuck.
They fucking right.
The end.
And then a banana come out. Oh my god!
Well, you're gonna write the first gangbang rom-com.
Yeah. I want to be the first.
The meat cute.
I want to be the.
He was guy number 5, but to me he'll always be guy number 1.
It's gonna be the greatest. Watch. I'm gonna be the first comedian with a porn award show.
And I'm pretty certain David Tell's beat you to that.
Bill Hicks used to do porn awards shows.
Sure.
I'm trying to write my own porn.
Oh, great.
Be a great director.
Until Bob pulls his giant dick out and keeps fucking up your shot.
Oh no! I'm gonna play around with it. Like we're gonna put some dick. We're gonna make the movie in 3D, and we're gonna have a scratch and smell.
Smell-o-vision.
So you ain't gotta worry about your girl getting fucked by another guy anymore. You can just watch my porn and get hands.
But yeah, so they had her sing one of the songs from Beauty and the Beast. I think it was like The Little Town Full of Little People. It's like one of the introductory songs, right?
Don't act like you don't know the entire Beauty and the Beast catalog and that you weren't singing it in the fucking shower today.
Well, another was in the theater. She was in the library looking for a book.
In the theater, in the adult theater.
In the adult theater, looking for a favorite BBC she can run across.
Oh, dude, I love that image now. Just Belle, like, gazing around thousands of titles on the show.
I'm telling you, the Booty and the Beast porno is probably the greatest one you can
Is it
watch.
Booty and the Beast?
It probably is Booty and the Beast.
Should be.
It's all black. The fattest Belle got the fattest ass. You can be in porn.
if I can, I will ask her to tell me what the movie was if she remembers it, and I'll be sure to share the link.
It would be great if they fucked it up and they tried to do the pun on Beast. You're like beauty, and then they just did something awful.
Right.
Like, how did you miss that? It was booty. It was right there.
It was in your face. Booty and the Beast. Oh,
So she's singing a song that Rafiq pretends he doesn't know.
And like, but like the whole point is like she's singing the song, and it's like in the introductory, and it was so sad because she's legitimately singing well. Right? She has like a right, but like, and literally there's a point in time where like I'm talking.
Dick come fall in the throat.
I'm talking to my friend, and like you can hear the director go like, "Cut. All right. So for this next part, like he's gonna come in the room and he's just gonna jam it in, like, and you're just like, wow.
Brace yourself.
Right?
Here it comes.
You're just like you sang your heart out, and that's your payoff.
See, now here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like the girl, like the 12-year-old with stars in her eyes. I'm gonna be somebody, and now she's singing Beauty and the Beast songs on the dirty porn set.
See, that director didn't have no shot. He didn't have an idea of a beautiful scene he could have made. Instead of having the dick shoved through her throat, she should have been hitting the high note and had 4 penises jizz on that.
Instead of like little birds taking off, it's just like little.
It's just birds flying off with fucking jizz, jizz ski, just connecting, just to look like a fucking.
Like instead of fireworks in the background of a love scene, it's like.
Oh, that would be our guest. All the plates and shit would be just dicks.
Yes. We could have wrote a way better porn, and then we haven't even seen it yet.
Yet, because we're gonna.
Yeah, we gotta watch Booty and the Beast.
Yeah, if I can find it, I will definitely share the link with everybody. Everybody at home too. You guys deserve a chance to watch.
Well, we're watching Booty and the Beast. We're gonna critique Booty and the Beast.
We're gonna screen it one night. But you have to wear a suit.
Right. Classic. It's like you show up here like, does my bow tie look straight in order to watch this?
It's gonna be weird looking at each other like, you can't make this awkward. 3 dudes in the room watching Booty.
Whoa, is it just us 3? I thought we were having like a gala premiere. I didn't know it was just the 3 of us in suits on Rafiq's couch, shoulder to shoulder, not even spread out. Our knees are touching and shit.
Hey man, play that back. I think I missed something. I never made it this part of this movie. I only got 5 minutes.
Excuse me, guys. Why does Allan keep going to the bathroom?
Pause it, rewind it, play.
Hey,
what did I miss, guys?
She was still fucking.
Oh, go back.
Same position. Same. You talking shit though. He's talking some shit.
I don't want to miss that.
Oh, he talking shit.
He's not a beast. He's a bear.
Oh no, that's a different porn.
Different porn. We're not watching that. I know we say 3 dudes watching porn, but we ain't watching that porn. Beauty and the Belt. Like, wow.
Meow. I'm gonna come and get ya. I'm the king of this castle.
Oh my goodness.
Why do you sound like Paul Lynch?
You sound like the lion from Wizard of Oz. I got courage.
Put him up. Put him up.
Put him up. Oh man.
Well, we're about 20 minutes in.
That was all dicks.
It was we really like to bring the class for your ass. That's our motto. We take the class, we shove it up your ass.
Dude, so I've been posting up tweets just in advance, and the one we have for Valentine's Day is roses are red, violets are blue. You watch the next episode and we'll eat that booty too.
Oh.
That's the Netflix special.
So,
Valentine's Day.
I don't know. How many segments do we got planned? Are we doing the wish thing? What are we doing?
We can definitely do the wish. I have several options for...
Okay, well, I think we skipped this last time. It is time for our ongoing segment called What's making you miserable this week, Rafiq?
You're gonna say the same line you always say.
No, you know what? I'm gonna hold myself back this time.
All right, so I'm gonna say it, not even hesitating. I have 4 things that have been making me miserable.
Oh God, pick one.
That's what I'm saying. You guys get to pick which one we're talking about.
The ring finger. He's holding up 4, and I'm saying ring finger. That's the one.
I'm going ring finger.
Ring finger.
All right, so we're gonna be talking about dating.
Okay.
Right? Modern day dating. Because for the people at home, this is not going to come out around time enough, but it's Valentine's Day season.
Next weekend.
Next weekend. It's fucking...
I gotta work.
You said with pride, like you're not even, I'm going to work. No, yes, I got to work.
I think I worked the last 12 Valentine's Day. On purpose.
See,
move.
like, you and I have similar thoughts when it comes to dating, where it's like, there's so much of dating nowadays where it's like, I just don't want to deal with your bullshit. Right? Like,
That's not called dating. That's called fucking people.
No, not even. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, like, you go and you talk to somebody and you spend like 3 weeks talking to this person, sharing conversations, trying to get to know somebody. Except nowadays somebody goes at week 3 like, oh, I found somebody better, so fuck off. And you're like, why?
See,
well, because you weren't that good.
Yeah,
that's
what happened. Well, your situation is you just going against some bad competition. Your competition must be incredible.
Right.
Okay. My problem is I got commitment issues. Not commitment. I got emotional issues.
He said with a smile.
I do. Because I know, because it's so funny to me right now because I'm in like this new dating situation. But by the time this podcast get out, it may be completely done.
Okay.
Like this is just by my logic, and because I got this thing where it's because females always love me. They be like, "You so nice." I'm like, "I'm not nice.
Right.
I'm just honest." And right now, you're not on the best.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And that's never worked out.
Because, honesty wears thin real quick.
Yeah, honesty is not nice. It's, the best thing about me is also the worst thing.
Yeah. Well,
I can relate. We have 3 comedy-minded people in this room. I bet we all have very similar relationship issues.
Right.
No, I
had like 4. Well, I can't say that. Oh, fuck it. Who knows? I had like 4 of the bitches I was fucking with that show last night.
Nah.
Oh no.
The whole goal was literally was like you walk in with no girls, you walk out with all of them.
Right. Nice.
I walked in like I'm not talking. I'm gonna give them all the same treatment. I love the show by myself. We play pool, and I posted all of us so they all can see that he's at home. And now they
good move.
And now they all like, what? You can come over tomorrow night. So I got some ass lined up for the next 4 days.
Getting it in before Valentine's
I'm saying
Day.
this now, so that when it is released, they ain't gonna know that I fucking.
I definitely. I don't know how often I'm told I'm nice, but I definitely find that the thing that the woman likes about me up front becomes the thing she hates about me later.
Yeah.
Like my directness and my. I don't even consider myself to be someone who's like aggressively like, I'm gonna take your shit. Like I'm not that guy, but I do like.
It's glibness.
Yeah, very early on, I let women know like that's not okay. I'm not into that. I'm not like a dick about it. Like between the two of us, we aren't gonna go well if that continues. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, I've never met anyone like him. He's so direct. And then eventually he's like, why is he so direct all the time?
Right, yeah.
What'd you fall in love with?
You gave me the okay. If you didn't like me saying that, you should have cried the first time.
Yeah.
That sounds terrible.
I was talking to a girl at work today where I have that thing where it's like you're trying to be funny, but you realize afterwards you're like, oh, that's just a dick thing to say. But she was she came into the break room and she's like, oh, I'm so thirsty. And she's just like pouring down like cups of water. And I was like, hey, you alright? And she was like, yeah, I'm just so thirsty all of a sudden. I was like, yeah, well, stop doing meth. Like that, right?
That's just not a good joke.
Right? Yeah, it's not a good joke, but it's just
that really was just mean.
Right, that was just mean. You gotta work on that.
But that's the thing. It's like it wasn't intended to be. It's just one of those like.
You didn't cross your mind.
Yeah, there was no thought where it's like, oh, this is a dick thing to say.
I'm gonna give you a little comedic insight. I don't know if that's the right word, but you frame it a little more like, I keep telling you, if you would stop doing meth, like now it's a joke. Yeah, but if you just tell somebody, quit doing meth, asshole, that's not funny about it.
It was years ago, man. What is wrong with you? We on some new shit. You should have told her.
Switch from meth to crocodile.
Yeah, crocodile keep you moist. So you moist on the inside.
So JJ, what are your emotional issues? I want to delve. I want to dig. I want to get in there.
Oh man, I don't connect at all. I don't connect at all. The last girl I was talking to, it's gonna sound like a shitty ass story. Like she deserved it. Every girl I ever talked to deserved to hate me. Like,
deserves hate.
They fucking. There's no denying that. If you ever was like, fuck JJ, and they'll be like, you probably seen his penis. Like, if you be like, yes, you be like, I get it. Like any girl that say that I'm a piece of shit, I'm a terrible person, 100%.
Yeah, you're sitting around in the background. They're like, fuck JJ. You're like, no, I get it.
I get it.
No, you're right.
You're right. You're 100% correct. So this girl, the last girl I was talking to, is terrible.
Look, step one is admit your mistakes.
Terrible. So I've been on the road. I've been traveling. She lived like 7 hours away. Cool. I've been on the road. I've been traveling. I'm tired. I'm all day tired. Get in on Monday. She called me, and I was like, I don't feel like talking right now. Do not feel like talking. So I sent a text message. Hey, I'm in the car on the way to Orlando to a mic. Can't pick up the phone. She replied back, I just got in a real bad car accident. And now I was thinking to myself, instead of being like, oh shit, let me call her, she in a car accident, I was like, damn, I gotta commit to this lie.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The one time I lied, I should just be honest. And I was like, damn, now I gotta commit to this lie because I don't want to be seen as a dishonest person.
Oh my god, this is like an episode of Seinfeld.
So I was like, I'm gonna call you soon when we part. And she's like, all right, cool. And then, so like an hour and a half go by, I was like, cool, I can call her. And I was like, nah, just text her. So I text her. I was like, hey, what's up? She's like, hey. And I was like, you good? She's like, yeah. I was like, but at this point, now I'm trying to read or vibe through the text. And I was like, well, she got an attitude. And I was like,
oh, yeah, fuck her. What a dick she was.
I said, I almost sound like a shitty person, right? Now, then I was like, you know what? I know I'm already tired. I already know this is not gonna be a good conversation, and I know how I am. If she gonna fuck around and say something, I'm gonna say something honest, and it's not gonna be good. I was like, yo, she think I'm at Orlando, so I was like, I'm about to go up, and I'll talk to you in a little bit. She was like, cool, whatever. So she said whatever. I was like, I'm gonna give you a couple days. So that was like a Thursday or something like that. Thursday. So Tuesday came by, and then the whole time, the next 4 days, I had been thinking to myself, JJ, this is a true conversation with myself. I'm like, JJ, she just wants you to call. Just call her. It's that easy. And like, but I don't want to talk to you.
Right? Yeah. You're like, nah, bitch, I'm done.
I'm like, I just do not want. Like, I feel they were like, but she feel bad. And I'm like, you should feel bad. Then I'm like, but I don't.
No,
I don't feel bad at all. And then it was like, well, if you do care about her, you'll call her. They're like, apparently I don't care about her.
Yeah.
And then it's just to the point where I was just like, well, then are you wasting her time? And I'm like, yeah, sound like I'm wasting her time because I'm not calling her. And so all that's going on. Finally, she called me on Tuesday. And she's like, hey, what's going on? I was like, oh, here we go, gotta do it now. And then she was like, what are we? Like,
I hate that. I hate that question so much.
Do you care?
You're the where are we guy. What are you talking about?
No, here's the thing. I have no problem when you have that moment where you're like, where are we? Just so everybody's on point. What I hate is the where are we is leading up to a more like, well, I want it to be this, but I don't want to actually say that.
Yes, well.
So she calls you JJ. It says, where are we?
She said, well, was she like, what's going on? You should have just called me. I'm like, yeah, you right. She was like, yeah, if you care about me, you right. You would have called me. I'm like, you right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You 100% honest with everything that's being said right now. And she was like, so what is this, JJ? What are we trying to do? Where are we? Then I was like, apparently we wasting each other's time. And
you know what? That's the part of it that to me makes you absolutely not a piece of shit.
thank you.
Like you explored your feelings and you went, I'm not connecting with this person, so I have to walk away.
Yeah.
That's
See,
the grown up part.
That's the messed up part. That's the same thing all my friends say, because I'm like this all the time.
Yeah.
So all my friends is like, all your relationships literally end this way. But it's because they don't understand that you really are the person you say you are when you talk to them. Like, they're like, when you tell them I'm not an emotional person, they're like, no, yeah, you are. I'm like, no. Like, it's just,
but no, this is, look, I am on a really ridiculous, like, therapeutic
journey,
reading the relationship books. Like, I'm in that right now in my mind and my life right now because I'm 41 and still basically single.
Yeah.
So clearly I've been doing something right, you know. So honestly, I mean, not to derail the comedy here, but for real, this is like everything you're saying is actually healthy. It's like, you know what your boundaries are. You're sticking by your boundaries. You're not lying to anybody. You're not stringing anybody along. Well, now you lied about the fucking show. That wasn't good. But you're exploring. You're doing. You know, it goes through your mental. It goes through your emotional. It goes through your. This is all the way.
I'm making real decisions.
That's the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, like I know, like I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying
this is what's going on.
Yeah. So yeah, she one of the few. She one of the few that can say they hate me. Like, and
it's
and that's okay. I'm okay with that.
See, it's funny that you say that because what you're talking about is on the opposite end of what's been making me miserable. Because I keep on getting into these I've been getting it over the course of this week. I have talked to probably like 5 or 6 different women who've been like, "Let's go out," right? Each one of those conversations has been, "Let's go out." Then it's, "Oh, I'm busy," or because it's fucking Tinder, it's like just sudden silence. It'll be like, "Hey, how you?"
I never understood that
like,
either.
"How's it going?" "Oh, it's going great." "Hey, are we still getting drinks later tonight?" No response. And it's like, you could just say no.
Yeah.
Just say no.
You can say
Just take a moment and say no, because I go, "Oh, thank you," and then I move on with my day.
Every time a woman turns me down on a dating app, I thank her. Every time. Because you had the fucking courtesy to say no, thank you.
Like, if you tell me no, you make me be like, I want to pay for your next meal. Regardless.
Yeah, I don't need to be there.
I don't need to be
but
there.
I want to feed you.
Yeah, I'm gonna Venmo you $25.
$25. Girl, what the $25? I'm about to Venmo you. I'm paying for your next meal because I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's what, like,
absolutely.
There you go. That's how you get bitches back. And now they're on your penis.
That might be the scummy part that you were talking about, but
I don't do dating apps. I can't do it. I'm not the type of person you meet on the internet. You got to meet in person.
I mean, I don't know. Like, I have no problem talking to people, and like, I do seek a genuine connection. The problem, though, is like nowadays you spend all this time trying to talk to get to know somebody. And if you're on Tinder or fucking Badoo or whatever fucking...
I don't know. All I know is Tinder.
It's just another dating app. It's a sound effect. It doesn't matter. But, like, you go on these sites and you're trying to talk to people and make a legitimate connection. And then people will be like, "Oh, yeah, I love that movie." And you're like, "Hey, great. By the way, it's playing downtown. Do you want to go see it?" And then no response because they've found somebody better.
Right? They were in you interrupted their swiping.
Right,
They were in the middle of swiping.
You good little chunk of the Tinder world.
Oh, don't put that on me. Why would you say that?
Because I feel like I'm a good little chunk to every girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? All my exes hate me so much. They all still single. And like that let me know like it ain't me.
I feel you, but man.
Just me.
Yeah, I don't know. It just sucks because it feels nowadays that no one's trying to genuinely
Get to know each other.
Get it right, and I hate it because even when you do end up meeting people in person, you're trying to have a conversation. This is the thing I love about comics.
Well,
when you have a conversation with a comic, they go, "This makes me angry. This makes me happy. This makes me sad." Whereas you talk to other people and it's just like, "Oh, how do you feel about this?" And like,
well, you're also
comics are different because of the fact that we explore those things. We enjoy the aspect of breaking something down
Yes.
to a point. That's like to us. That's like that's like something that triggered us. So when you ask that from a regular person, they're like, I don't know why you want to get that deep.
Right. So it's like, but like that happens when you're like, do you like your salad? And they're like, I don't know why are you asking all these questions.
We don't like simple questions.
No,
they don't like complex questions.
Yeah.
So it's like you have to find somebody who.
I need to find someone who likes medium.
You gotta look. I asked this question. This is my favorite dating question. The guy, I named my boy, one of the local comedians. He probably hear this, but he asked me the question. He asked me to, and I was like, you know what? That's a dope ass question. I'm gonna start asking bitches this question. I was like, if you was a kid and you was a playground by yourself, and you can play with either the slide or the swing set. I mean the teeter-totter, whatever. The seesaw.
Seesaw.
Which one will you play it? And if
it's 3 options.
It's the you can play with the slide or the seesaw. Which one will you play with?
Me? Seesaw.
Seesaw.
I loved seesaw when I was a kid.
And then,
see, I would say the slide.
Yeah. Okay, but if we see now, the flip to that is the slide. You can play that by yourself. That means you're an individual. Okay, you don't need to be around friends and too much like that. You don't need that personal that boom boom. When you're on the seesaw, you have to have somebody else on the other side. So you're part. You like to be around. No, wait.
Disagree.
But here you go.
But this is a comedian. This is how comedians think. This is how comedians think.
But here's the flip to this though. I say that you was at the playground by yourself.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. No, it's not a social thing for me. The slide was always diminishing returns because you'd spend all this time climbing up and then you'd get on the slide and whoop, it's over.
See, because you only rode the slide one way.
Well, that's true. That is true. But the seesaw, you could do that shit for hours and it never stopped being fun. Right. And the other person is instant. It's like fucking strangers. I don't know you or care about you. I'm having fun over here. That's what the seesaw was.
Allan's going out having one recess stand. Like, yo. And I don't know what your name is, Becky or whatever it is, but you get on that side of the teeter-totter, I get on this side.
Yo, go do that. On your next date, go take a girl to the teeter-totter and y'all have a conversation while y'all on the seesaw. So how was your day today? You know what I'm saying? I can't believe this.
I don't know, man.
What's your favorite date question? I think it's all based off the question you ask your date. Like you set in the mode with your date. What kind of questions?
So, this is not my favorite date question. This is the one I probably find myself asking the most, right? Because I always go, this tells me not only who you are as a person, but it also... No, it's true.
I'm just laughing at you because I know you very well.
Because I go, if you give me like a real answer, like a real answer, I go, oh, you're a real person, right? But if you give me one of those bullshit, like, oh, I would save the world, I go like, no, you're just being polite. I don't need that, right? Okay. So the question I always go is, if money was no object, what would you do with the rest of your life? Right? You have infinite resources. What would you do? You won the jackpot, the big lottery. You ain't got to pay it. You got all the boring things done with. You paid your car note. You paid your house. You paid off all your debts. You just got infinite money from that point on. What do you do? All right? Because there's always two types of people. There's always the person who goes like, oh, well, I would travel the world and I would save sick baby giraffes. And it's like, you're afraid of spiders in your own home. You don't like animals. That was on your profile. That
was on your profile. But you ain't saving no money.
Right?
I mean, I like that question. But see, I would say travel, but I ain't trying to save shit. But I'm trying to...
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if I asked you, and this, again, going back to comics, if I asked you and I go, what do you mean by travel? You will be able to lay out an idea from the beginning. Right? You're like, I want to go to the Great Wall of China. I'm going to hire a group of actors to dress in armor. We're going to kung fu fight like we're the Wu-Tang Clan.
You can do anything like that shit is gangster. What you doing? Like, first of all, I went and got some ninja suits, right? I got a whole bunch of niggas in ninja suits. And then we jumped the wall, right? We had niggas dressed as samurais. We were fighting outside. I want to go LARPing. I want to go LARPing in Japan. game. Fuck
Right?
that.
But that's what I'm saying. Is like one of the first things I did when I knew I was going to Japan was I looked up fun things you can do that weren't like normal things. They weren't like, oh, go visit this museum or go. I was like, I want to drive around the streets of Tokyo dressed as motherfucking Bowser because that's a thing you can do.
Yes.
Right?
And a Mario Kart.
Right. And guess what? I got there, found out I was in the wrong company, ended up dressing as, quote, Mr. America because they didn't have the legal copyright for Captain America. Right? And the whole time I was just laughing my ass off because I'm tooling around the streets of Tokyo dressed as Captain America, and every time we would hit a stoplight and Japanese people would look across and be like, what the fuck is that? I could not help it. I would just start posing and saying shit like, oh yeah, USA, #1!
And you said in that accent, you so racist.
I like how you think they understood the words because you used a fake samurai accent.
USA!
You've heard anime. That's what
My
they
name is Rafiq.
Nani?
That's what they think Americans sound like.
Oh yeah, we ain't that loud.
But what was great though was I did that and there was a group of fucking kids. They're like elementary schoolers, like kindergartners, right? And they saw me and they all got excited and happy, right? They're like, holy shit, Captain America's real.
And he's here. I don't know why he's here.
Why he was so much skinnier in the movie though?
Oh.
You gotta do
Oh.
it.
I was fine with that. I mean, but that's my point. Because I go, that was a fun thing that happened that I know I could do with infinite money.
Yeah.
But instead people go, oh, I want to travel. I want to go see the Eiffel Tower. And it's like, bitch, you can go see the Eiffel Tower now. Yeah. Like, you don't need infinite money. You need, like, a savings account and, like, 3 weeks. Like, that's it.
I want to go meditate in the middle of Africa, like one of the little platforms, like the stone platforms flat. I want to go meditate out there one night.
Now, I can tell you, as somebody from Africa, not fun.
I ain't saying I want to go out there and sit on top of these little platforms, all this rock, smoke a blunt, and it's just like.
Is that meditation when you get out of your mind high? Is that meditation?
That's how I meditate.
Okay, fair enough.
I medicate and meditate.
Oh, there you go. Medicate and meditate. That should be the name of your first special. Medicate and meditate.
I'd love to see that. Some Buddhist monk just robed up, sitting down, meditating. Every time someone walks past, you just see him take a hit. Like,
man, so what's his Buddha name? Smokey. Yeah, I heard he smoked for 48 hours. The hot boss in that room. Hot boss ever. He's been smoking for 12 years.
That's what the is. He's just trying to keep the smoke in his lungs.
He has controlled his chi to the point where
he never had to exhale.
He never exhales.
He never exhale. He never exhale. And he finally go.
And it's just one little poof. But it comes out as the Buddha in the lotus position.
And he's breathing all the rest of it out. Like, what the fuck is he doing that? That's some gangsta ass. It's a fucking gangsta ass.
That is the goal of meditation, is to be gangsta ass.
I like G-Raps. Gangsta as fuck.
Do you want to try to do the Make-A-Wish Foundation or whatever we're calling this?
I talked about that last night.
So we've been playing this new game, right? Okay. That I've been enjoying. You might have heard of this website before, but it's Wish. All right.
Okay.
So a couple.
You know when you're on Facebook and they just weird little items. All right.
Right. So a couple months ago, I had an extra $100, put them all on a gift card, got blackout drunk, and ordered a shit ton of items off of Wish. I have no idea what any of them are, but they've been showing up at my apartment. So we're going to play, kind of like The Price is Right, but we're going to play a fun little game called What is Your Wish?
It's a little bit more like, I'm going to say it's more like Let's Make a Deal.
Right.
So There's an item in here, in a. You can't see the item. It's in the envelope.
Right.
If you can guess what the item is, you get to keep it. Or, if you can't guess, you can give us the amount of money, which will be like no more than $2, and you can buy it. If you choose not to buy it, we will open it, and you will see what you did not receive.
So I just have to touch it?
It's in an envelope, so it's not. You're not really going to get any clues on the envelope. Right. Which kind of makes it weird that we're hiding the envelope. Sure.
Yeah.
Well, if you found an envelope.
there was multiples?
Yeah, there's multiples in there.
Shut the fuck up.
So now,
go ahead.
That's the one you picked.
Wait,
oh, no, all right.
Let him
go for it.
I need to make. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go with this one, though.
All right.
So what letter is that? Should say
Is it like a C?
C. All right. So you go ahead, fill around. If you want hints, I have 3 hints prepared. Describe to the people what you're feeling.
It feel like a rubber band.
It feels like a rubber band. Let's also keep in mind that I also have absolutely no idea. And the only reason Rafiq knows is that he wrote it down on a notebook.
Yeah, give me a clue.
Alright, so first clue is...
so dumb.
This is great, by the way.
Okay, this is all Rafiq.
First clue. Many see me at the Olympics, but few will ever embrace me.
What the fuck? Is this like a medal or something?
Is that your final answer?
I only get one final answer?
I'm going to say, look, we're making it up as we go. You can just spitball ideas as long as you want, but until you have to let us know this is my guess.
What's the second clue?
Second clue, not usually made of tin or lead. I hang not by your finger, but close to your head.
Yeah, this gotta be like a necklace. It's gotta be something like a necklace or a medal or some shit. Okay, what's the third one?
The third one is, I both am and am not a chain of memories.
I think I know what it is.
What do you think it is?
I think it's like a necklace with charms all over it.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like some type
Is that what you think it is?
Yeah.
All right, so JJ.
So if he's right, he gets to keep it. If not, he can buy it.
Yep.
Is he right?
So that should be what is in here.
Wait, hang on. Is he right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
At least to my...
Assuming that we did this properly.
Assuming that Wish actually put what was in here.
Well, that's a big assumption.
That's been the bigger issue I have found so far. Because there have been a couple things where, like, I looked it up afterwards, and I was like, oh, that would be fun to have. And then they sent it to me, and I was like, this is not the item that was supposed to be in here at all.
Whatever's in here, you get to keep.
Okay.
But it may not be what we think it is.
So, this should be the necklace.
It should be a necklace. I think I broke it already.
That's fine. it costs like $2. You'll be fine. Right. Oh, this is the exciting part. We should probably open these beforehand. Oh, God. What is it?
It's a balloon?
It's a balloon! It's a balloon! It's a single balloon!
Now, I remember, I bet you I know what item that is supposed to be.
Holy fucking shit.
That's supposed to be the slingshot.
That looks like something that goes up your ass. That's not a balloon. What the fuck is that?
It's supposed to be a slingshot.
I'm gonna tell you what this is.
On what planet is that a slingshot?
This is what you put on your penis when you should say you can just put a tip in.
Yeah. Well, you got a horse cock if you're doing that. But good. What is this?
So
how is this a slingshot?
So at least from the because I've seen that ad before on Wish, right?
Okay.
So what you're supposed to...
Hold on. It kind of looks like I'm gonna imagine a butt plug, but it's like. There's no middle. So it looks like a balloon that goes up your ass.
Yeah. So, according to the thing on Wish, right, you're supposed to load the bead in here.
How are you going to keep it open on the other end to do that?
Again, that's just what it said on Wish. I'm not claiming the quality of these products. I didn't make it.
Well, JJ, congratulations. You are the owner of whatever the fuck that is.
But I would like to point out that on here, right, even though it's been blacked out, it says the word necklace as what the item is supposed to be. So that's the reason why the Do we want to give him another shot?
No, I don't want another shot.
No.
That's
I think we've already made him that miserable. Let's just go. Let's go full. Let's go full.
All right. Going full.
That was incredible. What the fuck is this?
I don't know.
Fucking balloon.
I don't accept that that's supposed to be a slingshot. I think that's wishful thinking.
I can show you the fucking order number after the episode.
Okay, that'll help.
There's no way in hell you can hold it up one side and not. You're not.
No, that's some kind of sex aid. That
I'm
goes
telling
up your
you,
ass.
I guarantee you, because I've seen that ad more than once on Wish.
Well, if that didn't bum you out enough, we're going to introduce you to. We like to end every episode on a really, really low note. Just give us your reactions as I pass this across the table. Anyone who knows this podcast should be aware of what you are holding. Your face is saying everything that I'm hoping. You look really unhappy right now and confused, very confused.
What the fuck is?
What is the fuck? What the fuck is that?
Somebody, the jokes he heard. So he's telling street jokes.
This is yeah.
Yep. This is all Ed.
This is old Ed. He's kind of become a mascot on our show. This is Ed the Machine Regine tells 100 of the funniest jokes he's ever heard. What do you think about this guy when you see him? How do you feel about him?
I mean, I respect the hustle. Everybody look for a joke. You know what I'm saying?
You'll be interested to know that this is personally signed to me. Allan, make him laugh.
Wow, Allan, don't make him laugh. Why? He had a track list.
About 75% of those are wrong.
About 75?
At least.
100 of them. So you mean 75 of them are wrong?
Yeah, he got them all mixed up. Occasionally we land on one that's actually the joke it's supposed to be.
Really?
But he just listed them. And when we got so the CD starts with like wacky music. 25 ended with wacky music. So we're pretty convinced that 25 was supposed to be the last track, but it just got misplaced and nobody quality checked this thing.
Right.
The actual number 25 is the...
Right.
25 for some reason ended in wacky music.
We've been playing these in order, and sometimes he'll get like 2 or 3 of them in a row, and then the next joke will be completely different. It's nothing what the title's about. And then he'll go back and get 1 right, and then 1 wrong, and then he'll get like 5 right, and then 1 wrong. So, all Ed, hitting the notes as best as he can.
And you're not going to be happy with any of this, and just rest assured, neither are we. I'm already unhappy, and I haven't even hit play yet.
And I've just embraced the insanity. So.
It's not even insane anymore. It's just sad. It's just all kinds of sad.
How far have you listened to the whole CD?
No, we have listened up to... The next one we're going to play is 37. We have listened to 1 through 36.
Wait,
so we do this with our guests.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Please tell me y'all going to end up repeating this shit. Like, oh my goodness, this is crazy.
Well, we got a really good note from Donnie in the last episode where we recorded, where he was like, after you guys listen to everything from Old Ed, you should do your own version of the CD and do 100 of the funniest
jokes Ed's never heard.
Oh my God! Yes, please do that. Oh,
we will. We absolutely will. This is number 37. It's called "Woman in Taxi." I think we just heard "Woman in Taxi," so it can't be that one. But it's supposed to be about a woman in a taxi. It won't be.
A woman jumps into a taxi cab on a rainy night wearing a raincoat. When it comes time to pay the fare, she opens her coat and she's naked. She spreads her legs up on the seat and says to the cab driver, "Is this enough?" And the cab driver takes a look and says, "Do you have anything smaller?"
Hey, she's got a long vagina.
That was...
JJ, how you feel?
How do you feel?
I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. That was, I mean...
How do you...
My dad would love that.
Yeah,
Like, my dad would love it. He would be like, oh my God, that's the greatest joke I've ever heard. Well, like, that's...
do you feel like your dad's a good quality judge of humor?
Then you hear what I said about my dad last night?
Yeah, I heard. I'm just saying the folks at home have it.
My dad did not like comedy growing up. Okay, he hated it.
Really?
Yeah, but he had a purpose. He had a reason.
What was his reason?
My dad was a crackhead, and
All right, I'm putting the CD down. We're done with that.
and in the '90s they used to make a bunch of crackhead jokes. So every time you would watch
Oh
a
my
comedy
God.
or something like
Are
that.
you telling me? I don't want to laugh at your parents.
Oh no, dude! I
But-
talked about it last night.
So
for like
what
8
you're
minutes.
telling me is that the reason why he wasn't a fan of comedy is that he was offended that he was being demeaned as a crackhead.
My dad said crackheads got feelings too.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard
I know.
in my life.
Thank you.
I don't know what to do with that
Yeah,
information.
so when he found out I did stand up comedy, it was weird between us. He was like, but finally, he no lie, legitimately last time I saw him, he was like, "Look, I know you're gonna do comedy. You trying to do comedy. You trying to be great at this." Cause I showed him a video and stuff, and he was like, "Look, I know you're gonna be really good at this comedy shit. So I'm okay you to talk about me smoking crack on stage." You know, I was like, I already do that. And then he said, "You were disrespectful as kids."
Oh my God.
So yeah.
Oh, there's just so many thoughts that I don't know if I'm allowed to say right now.
I mean-
I legitimately do.
Because that statement, I smoked crack through your childhood, you're disrespectful for making fun of the fact.
Yeah, he was disrespectful as kid, but he's always been that way. So it's just.
I don't even know what to. I want to
should've came to
burn
the show.
this CD right now.
He
This
should have
is.
came to the show last night.
I should have.
It was incredible.
I am aghast. I'm absolutely aghast right now. Fuck you, Ed. I don't want to hear another thing Ed has to say.
So Ed can keep
after
going,
that.
please.
Dude, I kind of want to hear what the next one is, just to see if I want to see how many of these jokes JJ's dad would
Oh my
like.
God. You want to keep going after that information just got. Okay, this one's called Church Bells. It ain't, but it is.
Grandma's on the phone telling one of her grandchildren that Grandpa had passed away. And the grandchild said, "Well, what happened, Grandma?" She said, "Well, every Sunday, Grandpa and I, we make love to the rhythm of the church bells.
Hey.
But last Sunday, the ice cream truck came by, and Grandpa got so excited, it killed him."
I really sincerely thought there was going to be another.
Oh my goodness,
That was the punchline.
That was it.
I thought killed him, but da ba da da. Like I was waiting for the.
For the next one. It was okay, kid. Oh wow. Okay, my dad wouldn't.
Would your dad have liked
No,
that?
he would not like that. Well, no, goddamn. Come after the ice cream.
I wish we had a panel of judges, just like clones of your dad, just sitting on a dais judging Ed jokes.
We
That would be
should get a panel of dads on this show, and just because my dad would like these jokes too.
Man, I'm good. Play 17 again.
Maybe we can do that for the Father's Day episode.
Yeah. Yeah.
Have either of you ever had the moment where your dad's like, you should do something like that? Like they try to get you to talk about whatever they think's funny on stage.
Oh yeah.
You should do a skit about that. First of all, have you ever seen Comedy Dad? You don't. They don't do skits.
My stepdad said some of the coldest shit to me before. It was gangster as fuck. He get drunk as shit. He be like, JJ, don't make me drunk. Alright, I know I was trying to tell you to write a lot of damn jokes. And I know you think you ain't. But if you ever get out there on that stage and you get stuck with your wuss, just remember home. And left the fucking room.
Just remember home?
Just remember home.
What does that mean?
He just want me to tell you, like, all else fails, just talk about your crazy ass family.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, just talk about home.
It's weird because that's good advice.
Really good
Yeah,
advice.
he was just talk about home. Ain't he drunk stumble out the fucking shit. Like,
I can't do
I do like the idea that passing through. You know what? I'm going to give him some wisdom as I stumble across.
oh, dude, I literally talk about getting some of the best advice from the worst people. I know crackheads by first names. Right? This is incredible.
You guys are lucky that you can actually talk with your dad. My dad is so weird because he's such an intellectual in his own head that we're so diametrically opposed because like to him, like comedy is such a base thing where it's like I go like, oh yeah, so I was writing this joke, and you can see it on his face, like, like this is what my son has become.
And I know some stories about your dad, so that's even funnier.
Yeah, and like it's so weird. It is so weird. I was talking to my aunt recently, and when she and I were talking, my mom came in and saw us, and she was like, "Oh, that's the reason why you and your dad don't get along, is because you're exactly like your aunt."
Ah.
And he was like, I was like, "Oh, so Dad hated his childhood."
Hey man, if you can't laugh, it's because some that supposed to make you laugh hurt you.
Right, like, well, it's just my dad's a very proud person, and he's legitimately
African, right?
No, he's the white half.
Oh, you got a white dad.
Yeah,
Damn.
I got a real white dad.
Yeah, you got
Like,
reverse.
I got
That's why your hair like that. I get it.
yeah.
That fluffiness to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I get it. There is not no authentic. Like that's why you look Cuban. I get it.
Yeah, like my dad's side of the family is.
Is he white like I'm white?
Nah.
His side of the family is Scottish and Syrian.
Oh, them niggas white.
And like my
Syrian?
mom.
Well, isn't Syrian? That's brown, right?
Yeah,
Brown, yeah.
but that's why I have olive-ish.
Okay.
skin.
That's why you look like you finna go to war.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I look like I'm fucking Puerto Rican. Like,
That's why you and Forrest are good cousins. I got you.
but like my mom's half of the family is all like heart of Africa African. So that's the reason why I have the fucking curly hair.
Damn.
You know, like my dad's hair is straight.
Bro, you should
Yeah.
just drop your load off of this sperm bank. Like we here to get rid of white people. And just drop
We are here to get rid of white people. Look, I can't argue. We're up to we're always up to no good.
And that's
So-
why I get why white dudes are mad. Like I get it. You spend your entire life being told that you're great, right? And then,
I'm not.
And then the last 4 years, you find out you're a piece of shit. You're like over 2,000 years. There was no one.
Here's the thing. They always hated us. We just bullied them.
Yeah.
It's like we just had our fingers in our ears. Like, shut up.
Y'all don't mean that shit. And then it's like, nah, nigga, here. It's like, oh,
It's like, no, we meant that. Like,
that shit, fuck y'all. Like this white dudes like we gotta retreat. We gotta blend in with the gays. We gotta do something.
Blend in with the gays.
Watch the black
What does
man.
that mean?
You gotta go hide. We gotta hide out. You gotta. Only those.
I don't know why that reminds me of that. Do you guys watch South Park?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was the great episode where they made a gag about 23andMe, where it's like white people have just been using that.
Oh, and they were
to
using
claim
that. They
victim.
won. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I did 23andMe and I found out I'm 23% African.
No, it's like 1.4%.
Yeah, like I'm
African.
right?
Yeah.
And then they say, like, the longer it goes, they start going like, I'm 4% victim. I'm 5% victim.
Oh, that's great.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Right? I'm 2% victim. What's up, my nigga? But
Well,
yeah, that's my dad. Man.
Well, we've been to the highest heights of men accidentally blowing each other. We've been to the lowest lows of
Bad way.
bad parents who want to laugh at the machine regime.
The machine, that motherfucking name.
The machine regime.
And he's smiling so hard. He's like, I'm gonna be on Vegas with this shit.
We want him on this show. Like,
Yeah.
we want him on this show so bad.
He like, what last time you saw him? Where
What's
did you
that?
find him?
Sister-in-law went on a cruise. He was the comic. She loved him. She bought this for me. This is a sincere Christmas present that I've been making fun of for over a year. On
And
this
he signed it.
and he signed it because she said, my brother-in-law is a comedian. His name's Allan.
He's like, look, Allan.
Right?
He's like, you tell Allan,
Make
this
him
is how
laugh.
you make it. Drop 100 of these jokes.
Pass along my wisdom.
Pass it along. He probably go to bed every night like, that Allan gonna be so
And little does he know. All right, kids, we're out of here. It's been an hour. I'm Alan Dempsey.
And I'm Rafiq Shaheen. And JJ, where can we find you at?
Oh, you can find me on Instagram and on Twitter under my Instagram name is I'm just _JJ, or you can just type in JJ Curry because it's on, and put the space in between the JJ and the Curry, because if you don't, you'll pull up a white dude.
Oh yeah,
completely different. You gonna see him like, this guy was saying the N word. I know you guys not the guy on the podcast. Yeah, that's the best way to find me. I'll update my social media and upcoming shows and stuff on there. So,
you have anything coming out? Any projects you're working on?
I'm actually, well, by the time this come out, I'll be done with my first my comedy festival in North Carolina, and hopefully I find out in a few weeks if I'll be in Laughing Skull in Atlanta.
Nice,
yeah, man.
Very nice.
So hopefully I get it, but I probably won't. So if you don't see it on my social media,
keep those expectations low.
If this is after April, you get this because these niggas are late, and and this is after April, and you go on my social media and you don't see shit about Laughing Skull, don't bring it up.
Right. Yeah, just
salt in the wound.
Yeah. So in other words, follow his social media.
Yes, please.
Speaking of social media, you can follow us at So How About This Podcast on Twitter, and you can always email us at So How About This at yahoo.com or whatever.
I think it's podcast. So how about this podcast at Yahoo?
Okay.
I don't know. Neither of us have checked that email in months.
I know, right? So just look us
that
up.
Niggas got real fans in here. That could have fucking the machine trying to reach out to y'all.
Yeah, it's true.
The machine gonna be dead, but the machine done died. Yo.
He's already been through Tampa like 4 times trying to get on our show.
He's like, I'm trying to get on there, but the boys won't answer my email. He probably got a hot mail.
We're fucking big dogging him, man. We're like, hey, what? You're gonna come on my podcast? Fuck you, man.
I got another 100 right here. I got a new 100.
All right.
Mojo's I learned.
And just going up in front of open mics, going like, I got a tight 100.
Tight 100. How long is that video?
He's starting every set. Does anyone here know a guy named Rafiq?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a hold of him.
I'm trying to get on the podcast so I can give him this new 100.
All right. We're done. So how about this?
So how about this?